it's Asha. Welcome back to Reading with Asha. I know the lighting is like a little bit dark, but I felt like it kind of gave a cozy vibe to the video. Also, my hair looks super dark because of the lighting, but it's also slicked back, so that kind of just adds on to it. Anyways, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you my fall TBR. So these are just some books that I would love to get to this fall that kind of have like a fall cozy vibe to me, or like maybe books I've been waiting or putting off that I want to read in fall. And then I also have some that I don't have yet that I just kind of have seen around and really want to read. So if you guys are looking for books to read this fall, I did make a fall book recommendations video that you guys could check out if you're interested in that and want to know some fall book recs that I really loved and have all the perfect cozy fall vibes. I would definitely recommend watching that video, but other than that, let's just get right into it and get into my fall TBR. First, the book I want to read this month, I'm just going to put a picture of it on the screen because I don't have the physical copy yet, but it's called My Roommate is a Vampire. I saw Destiny Sidwell like show it in a haul that she got, and I thought it was so cute. The cover is so cute, and I see it all the time. I work at Barnes & Noble, so I always see it over there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get this book. I'm totally going to get it. So there's that book that I really want to read. There's a lot of other witchy kind of romances. I don't think I'm going to buy them. That one I want the physical copy of for sure. But other witchy kind of fall books like The Kiss Curse, The X-Hex, that type of book, I would just get on my Kindle probably. So there's that, and then I also really been wanting to read Divergent, either in fall or winter. It could be either or because there's a book called The Giver, which I'm sure you've heard of. I think I have it over here, or maybe I don't have it right now because my brother borrowed it from me. But it's a really good book. It's like probably my favorite book of all time. Divergent has a similar storyline. Obviously, it's really different in the characters and everything, but it's kind of similar, and I never read Divergent. I did watch the movies like several years ago, and so I'd really love to read the books so then I can like rewatch the movies. It sounds like such a good series to read, and there's so many people who come into Barnes & Noble and buy it, and I've just been wanting to read it so bad recently. But those are two books that I don't have that I do want to get to. And then next up, I would really like to read Crown of Midnight. This is the, depending on what order you go in, it could be the third, which is how I'm reading it, or the second book in the Throne of Glass series. I found this series to be a little bit slower than like ACOTAR and Crescent City, but it's still really good. Not hating on it. I don't think it's a bad series. I'm sure it'll become my favorite after I read all the books, but I definitely want to get to this. I just haven't had a huge motivation to pick up a fantasy read, but with fall and winter, I feel like it's just so much more cozy and it makes me want to read a cozy fantasy book. Next up, I haven't read this yet either. This is The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. She is the author of the Inheritance Game series, which this book is a part of. She's really well known for writing like super short, easy to read chapters that keep you engaged, and I definitely agree with that because the other two books I think I read in a 24-hour reading challenge, and they were so good and so easy to read like right after the other. And so I definitely want to pick. Honey, you gotta lay down. Lay down. My dog is here. But I definitely want to pick this up this fall because I just think it would be a good, easy book to read. I have a ton of books on the TBR because I read a lot of other books, but also I'm an English major, so I have to read like books for school. So I try to keep a good balance of school and personal reading, but it's also really hard because I don't have a ton of motivation to read when I have to read for school. So yeah, that's the situation there. These are not all books that I probably won't get to every single one of these. And also, these aren't all the books that I'm going to read this fall because I already have had other books that I've read this fall. Anyways, next up, I want to read Paper Towns by John Green. I've had this book for quite some time, and I really love John Green and his writing, and I've read so many of his books. I haven't read like The Fault in Our Stars, but maybe I did read some of that when I was young. But I've read like Looking for Alaska and Turtles All the Way Down, and I really love both of those, so I feel like this would be a great book, and for some reason it just something that I wanted to read in fall. I don't really know if it's a fall-ish vibe, but it's kind of like a mystery adventure book. So I thought it would be a good thing to read in fall, like a cozy mystery. Oh, also I didn't mention this, but I'll put a picture on the screen. It's this book series. It's like, I forget what it's called, but it's like the Hannah Something Murders. It's by Joanne Fluke, and she writes a series of like recipe themed kind of murder mysteries. They're cozy mysteries. It's not like gory or anything. And I'm reading the first one on my Kindle right now because they're on Kindle Unlimited. It's called The Cookie Dough Murder, I think, or The Cookie something murder, something like that. I'll put a picture on the screen like I said, but it's pretty cute so far. I'm not too into it yet, but I just have to get further into the book, I'm sure, and then it'll get better. But I see so many like older ladies buying them at Barnes & Noble, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks so good and so fun, and the covers are so cute. And she has like 27 books in the series that you can read as standalones, so like you can go anywhere in the mystery series, and all the books have recipes within them. So I thought it was a fun thing to read, so I definitely want to read that. And then next up, another book that I want to get to this fall is Good Girl Bad Blood by Holly Jackson for my book club, which is linked down below. We are reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I actually read last fall, so I'm just doing a reread for it. But this is the second book in the series, and I would love to get to this because spooky season is just the perfect time for thriller type of books. But I'm not a huge thriller fan, and I get like really freaked out easily, so I don't like to read a ton of thrillers, but I don't find this series as like super scary or anything, so I am excited to read this. Next up, I would love to read Finley Donovan is Killing It. I've heard great things about this book. It's another type of thriller book, but it's also like a comedy book, so it's really fun, and it's like a mystery, and I just think it would be so good. I watched another booktuber recently read this and have like great things to say about how it's so funny, and it's highly recommended by so many other booktubers, so I really wanted to read it, and I thought it would be a great choice to read in fall. And I also have the second one, which is called Finley Donovan Knocks Them Dead, which is right here. So if I read that and I really like it, then I'll probably read this one as well. Next up, I have The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. So last fall, I read this book by Lucy Foley, The Guest List, and I really liked it. I felt like it was a good thriller. It wasn't too gory, it wasn't too scary. It kept me engaged the whole time, and I think I gave it a 4 or 5 stars. Like, it was a very good, surprising thriller mystery book, and I really liked it. So I figured I would try something else by her. She also wrote the book The Paris Apartment, but I've heard so many things about that book that the entire plot is basically spoiled for me. So I haven't heard too much about The Hunting Party, and I thought that this would be a great option because it's another book by her, and I know I like her. And also, these books aren't super long, so they're just easy kind of reads, so this is a book I definitely want to get to for like spooky season vibes. And yeah, there's gonna be a ton of other books, also like witchy romance books, that I'll probably just pick up. I'm a mood reader, so I just go for whatever I'm in the mood for. Pretty self-explanatory, I don't know why I had to say that. I just love like a cozy mystery thriller, even if it's not mystery thriller, a cozy romance. Like, I also want to really read The 7-Year Slip. I'm just getting more books coming to my head as it's going, because I've heard that that's kind of like a fall-ish romance. Maybe I'll add that to my list to buy from Barnes & Noble, and maybe I'll do like a little book haul. I'm there like all the time, obviously, because I work there, but yeah. I just see so many books when I'm there, and I'm like, I need to add this to my TBR. Like, I've seen someone talking about this, and I need this book. Last book that I would like to read this fall, I actually got sent to me by a viewer who wrote it. The author's name is J.H. Hastings, and the book is called Sunnyvale, and it's like a summery fall type of book, I think, or it was Halloween. I don't know how they described it, but it's like a mystery book, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it's either YA or middle grade. So I am excited to get to this. It has a cute cover that just, for some reason, gives a fall vibe, and yeah, I feel so grateful that someone would even send me their book. I thought that was so nice, and I wanted to show that as well. But those are all the books that are on my fall TBR. Comment down below something that you want to read this fall, or a book that you would recommend me or anyone else in the comments to read this fall, because I think we could all go for something new. But yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys are looking for a video to put on in the background of like your cozy fall reading, I made a video, which was my last video, which you can basically just put on in the background of your reading, and it has like cute little ambiance and also chill background music for you to listen to. And I have a lot of fun making those videos, and I'll definitely be making more, but that's just a little idea for you and a little self-promo. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys, love you!